Big sell-off. Bunch of people weighing in today. Ron Barron among them, saying, is this an 82-like buying opportunity?
Well, look, having bought stocks in 82, I would say that the difference is that was Volcker had taken rates up so high. Actually, the market actually started rallying before the Volcker peak, which is 19% Fed funds rate. But, David, when I look at what would possibly cause a bottom here,
yes,
believe it or not, I'm going to go back to what you said yesterday about the sell-off at 4 a.m.
Okay.
Because there were no buyers whatsoever. We took out every single level. And then let's go back to Adobe. Now, Adobe is very important because Shantanu Narayan's loved out west, and yet almost all the notes were negative about what he said, which he was somewhat optimistic in his outlook. And people said when he cut the outlook, which he didn't, by the way, he just said that there was currency issues, some issues involving seasonal weakness. But the scorn, the quiet scorn that people had for one of the great executives of our time, I think is very interesting because it just shows you people are fed up. But when are they fed up? When a stock goes down gigantically. It's like this morning, David, we got a downgrade at Toll Brothers. The stock was down 45% before they even come in.
On the Mad Dash.
Yeah, but that's what that's how you get a bottom when you finally get these analysts. Now, I mean, Adobe, it's 699, where it was November 21st, which is the top of the market. Everybody loved it. So now it's 365, and everyone's skeptical.
Looking down $20.
Yeah. Now they don't like it. At 600, at 700, they loved it. So they had to wait till it went down 50%. What do you think of that?
Well, what I wonder is what Adobe's numbers are really going to look like if we do have a recession. I wonder overall whether we're going to continue to have potential bear market rallies, but levels are still going to keep coming down.
Could happen.
I mean,
but
I can't figure out what earnings are going to look like a year from now.
Tony Saganaghi said 20% revenue declines in 2009.
That's a pretty big number.
Right?
20% off your top line?
I'll mention because Tony hasn't been on lately. What's that about?
You mean in the last 48 hours?
No, I think he was on the 10 yesterday.
Oh, okay, all right.
But this is a very good piece because that's a very interesting number versus a 20% revenue decline is pretty significant. But that was the worst. That's called the Great Recession.
Well, actually,
this is what? The Great what?
This is going to be the 7th time in 8 quarters that Adobe has fallen on earnings.
Isn't
the day
that
after.
amazing?
Yeah. 7 out of 8.
But now they're finally skeptical. Now, but we had price target cuts, but no downgrades. And almost everyone on the street still loves it. David, when are they going to break ranks and downgrade it? Isn't that what you're waiting for? Buy to hold? Like we got Toll Brothers?
Yeah, we've had a lot of research. I mean, some of which, the body of which is somewhat interesting, but these price targets are worthless. I mean, yesterday's comes to mind that neutral on Warner Brothers Discovery, which has just been horrific in terms of the performance of the stock since the deal. Yeah. And yet they had a $22 price target. Yeah. $22. How can you not have a buy when you see a stock saying it's going to go up?
I don't know, but we see a lot
but
of
nobody wants to do that now.
Because
nobody wants to have a buy.
All the price targets are way too high because they didn't downgrade, they didn't cut price targets, and they didn't downgrade when they had a chance.
Right.
Again, to use the Adobe because it's front and center. Shantanu, he's trying to be optimistic, and they don't believe him. Well, how about when it was 700? Wasn't that when you downgraded?
Yeah, although, I mean, it's hard not to like it when it's got incredible revenue growth. You sit there and talk about the success of that management team and the change in the business model that took this company into another realm.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you're asking tough things. Yes.
Well, okay, so let's go through. UBS goes from 450 to 415. All right? Well, the stock, remember, keep in mind, the stock's at 360, okay? Baird goes from 550 to 450. Credit Suisse goes from 525 to 425. Bank of America goes from 560 to 450. Anyway, I don't want to overdo this, but what I'm saying is that because the price targets were so high, there isn't a single guy who actually lowers the price target to below where the stock is. They all are still higher. And, Carl, it's very hard to get a bottom when no one downgrades.
Yeah. That's why they call it the sell side. Now, that said, Baird gets optimistic on AXP.
Wasn't that something?
They go to outperform. They say panic selling is creating an opportunity, relentless panic selling.
But they're right. American Express is doing well. I mean, and the stock goes down just consistently. Now people are saying that travel got too expensive, so they're not traveling, David. I mean, everything. Look at this. American Express, I had them on when the stock was at 185. And things were going great. Now they don't, I think now you should look at it if you haven't looked at it yet. I think that makes sense.
There's a lot of pain, man.
You wore the same outfit on Tuesday.
No, I didn't. These are the actual black jeans. I thought I had them on the other day, but they were just dark blue.
I wear new ties every day.